Okay, well then I will kick us off officially. So welcome everybody. It's great to have so many of you here today. My name is Shannon Tucker. I'm the Executive Director at Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center and have been with this company for 20 years and very excited that we are hopefully this year having our first actual walk. Appreciate everyone's time and your interest in our walk and hopefully being the team captain and joining us. So I am going to go over a couple of housekeeping rules real quick, just let you know kind of what to expect for the next hour. Thank you, most of you already have, but just definitely keep yourself muted during the presentation. We are live streaming this as well, just so you all are aware. It will also be recorded, as you can see, for access down the road for people who weren't able to attend. Definitely use the chat feature. Probably most of you used to that by now. Just put your questions in the chat. Kirsten will be monitoring that and we'll address those questions at the end. We have a lot to cover, so hopefully we will answer most of the questions as they come. And then finally, Kirsten will be sending out documents that we cover today to everybody, as well as a PDF of all the slides. So don't feel like you have to memorize everything or take a lot of notes by any means. So that is our housekeeping. And then, so a quick note, I want to thank our Communications Counts Committee, most of you have this lovely background, which is McAlpine Creek Park, where hopefully we'll all be walking together in about 2 months. So thank you to everybody who has worked really hard to pull this together. I want to introduce definitely Susan, Dion, and Aaron Kelly, who are our co-chairs of the committee and have been for 2 years. I know they're really hoping that this is the year that we get to have a successful walk. I also want to take a minute and recognize Kirsten Gant, if she could wave real quick, and Pat Morgan. So Pat is the Development Director for Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center, and Kirsten is the Communications and Marketing Manager. And they are definitely a big part of this committee and do a ton of behind the scenes work. And they'll definitely be go-to people as well for questions as they come up. So I think that is pretty much all I have to share at this moment. You're going to hear from Pat and Kirsten later. Susan and Aaron are also going to share some information with you. But again, thank you very much for your time today and for sharing your Thursday lunch with us. Aaron, do you?
Susan's on, so she's going to kick us off.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. I found my way into the correct Zoom meeting today, so it's victory number one. We figured now that we're in the world of Zoom calls, figured we'd do a quick little icebreaker to get us started today. Let's see. Not sure. All right. Hand on your heart. Are you wearing your pajamas right now? Go ahead and hit the poll, and we'll get an accurate view of what everyone's got ready for lunch today.
This is anonymous too.
I see a lot of well-dressed individuals here. So either someone's doing like me and put on a nice shirt today.
We'll give it another second. Okay. Show you guys your results. It looks like most people do not wear pajamas at working from home. I, however, am in the business on top, PJs on the bottom category.
Well, thank you, everyone, and welcome. As Shannon said, we are getting ready for our Communication Counts walk in May. And we have sponsors who we would like to thank. And I'd also like to thank the committee from Aaron and I. They've done amazing work in supporting us, and Pat and Kirsten as well. We'd like to thank Mormon Allen, who's a racer sponsor. We would also like to thank EY, who is our sprinter sponsor. Let's see. We've been very, very fortunate. The community has really, really stepped up in supporting our event. We have Doyle and Wallace, Shore to Summit, Micah and Brixx as our stroller sponsors. And we also want to thank you, our walker sponsor, and that's Sapphire Innovations. We couldn't put on this event without them, and we really appreciate several our multi-year sponsors, and we really appreciate their commitment to this event. Moving on to some of the details. As many of you know, we are going to be walking at McAlpine Park on Sunday, May 23rd, 2021. And as a lot of you may have seen in the materials that are on Qgiv and elsewhere, we're also doing a Walk Your Way event. So if folks are not comfortable coming out and walking in person, they can participate in their own neighborhood and still contribute to the event and join us in supporting Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center. If you do come out to McAlpine Creek Park, the check-in will be at 12:30 p.m. and the walk will begin at 1 p.m. Depending on the numbers of people that we have, there may be additional waves and we'll be spacing people out. So more details about that will be coming as we continue to plan for the event, and we continue to monitor our numbers because we always want to be in compliance and provide a safe environment for this event. So our fundraising goal for everyone that's on the phone today is $25,000, or online today, excuse me, is $25,000. And you can see on the Qgiv website how we are progressing towards that goal anytime you log in. And there's also the functions where you can see, and we'll probably go into this a little bit more later, but you can see how you're doing towards your personal goal you may set. So this is where we would like to be at the end of the event so that we're able to continue to provide all the wonderful services, speech and hearing services to the community that Charlotte Speech and Hearing has provided for more than 50 years in the Charlotte community. So now we'd just like to show you a little bit about Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center and how we have, you'll get to see in this video how we've been able to pivot in the last year to continue to provide services to the community, even in the pandemic.
What is this part of his pants?
A belt.
A belt. Try that again with your last sound.
A belt.
A belt, yeah. And he has, what's this?
Pockets.
A pocket.
All right, so there's your hearing aid back in the bag.
Take this.
Yep, I want you to try that on and see how it's working.
Sure. Think I'm back in business.
You're back in business.
Yeah,
Okay,
that feels great.
okay.
Thank you.
What do you do at speech therapy?
Listen.
You listen? What do you listen to?
With Tina.
Miss Tina. Okay, well, what does Miss Tina help you with?
My words and my sounds.
Your words and your sounds.
What sounds do we work on?
All
Yeah.
right.
Can you show them how we do our sound, how we remember?
And what about your sounds? How does she help you with them? That's right.
Come walk with us.
Thank you, Kirsten. I think you can see from that video just truly how much of an impact we can have individually and collectively with this walk. And just to give you a sense of how far your fundraising dollars can go to help Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center, $1,000 provides a hearing aid to a child or a senior in need. $500 provides 1 month of speech and language services to a child. And $50 provides 3 speech language screenings to a child. Now I'm going to turn it over to Erin, and she'll be able to give you some more of the walk / run details.
Thanks, Susan. All right, let's get into the nitty gritty of this walk. So as Susan mentioned, we'll be there in May, but given the state regulations, we'll be following the regulations for that time period, and who knows where we'll be at that point in time with things kind of changing from week to week. So hopefully we will be able to see you all there, but we will be following CDC and state guidelines as it pertains to mask wearing, limitations on maximum in-person participants. If necessary, we'll be staggering the start times based on number of participants and or the regulations at that time. We'll be enforcing social distancing, providing hand sanitizer stations. We'll be outdoors in the great outdoors, so that helps give us some more space for that. And we'll be doing some pre-screening activities. So you'll see on your screen a map of McAlpine Park. This shows the 2 different routes. So we have the 5K route and the 3K route, whichever you choose to do. And again, it's a walk run, so that's up to you. But if you want to do the shorter one for a nice leisurely stroll, or the longer route there. And this will, as we mentioned, this will be sent out, and I think it's on the Qgiv page. All right, so we will have some fundraising or some prizes for the event based on fundraising participation. So our prizes are for the captain with the largest team. So get out there, recruit your friends, family, neighbors, someone you met at the supermarket, get your team out there and make the largest team so you can make some noise on that day. We'll also have a prize for the individual who raises the most. We've got some fundraising warriors out there who are kicking butt right now. So that is a prize to be had. We'll have one for the team that raises the most. So if you combine that largest team, get that largest team out there getting some donations, you may very well have that team that raises the most. We'll have the #1 fan award, which will be awarded to our top social media fan. And then our most spirited team. So get out there, come up with a theme or come up with some outfits, do something to make some noise to show your support for Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center. Here's some examples we found. Last year we had Team Talk About It. That was our speech pathologists who created a really awesome team, and then some others from some other events that have happened across the country. But I would love to see somebody out there as a giant ear. That would make my day. With a hearing aid, no less. And also to thank you to our wonderful in-kind sponsor, Brixx. We have a prize for team captains who recruit 3 or more team members or whose team raises $250 or more. You'll receive a $25 gift card courtesy of Brixx, and that'll exclude alcohol. So that's a really exciting one. These days when we're staying home, I'm sure, like you all, we've ordered a lot of pizza. So that would be a nice little incentive to get out there, recruit some members to your team and get those donations flowing. And now I'm going to turn it over to Kirsten to cover our Qgiv platform.
Thank you, Erin. So I am going to talk a little bit about Qgiv. Qgiv is the website that we use to register to walk, donate, view event updates, and view a ton of resources that we put on there for everyone to access. So some of the really cool features of Qgiv are that you can create your own team and you can invite your friends and family to join your team. You can create customizable pages, so you can have a specific photo for your team, and you can also customize the text that's on your team page. So that's a great opportunity to share your story about why you are fundraising for Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center. Also, each page, the general fundraising page, as well as your team, all have a fundraising thermometer. So as Susan said, our total fundraising goal is $25,000. And you can set your own personal fundraising goal and just watch you try to reach that goal on your thermometer. This year we have a new feature, which is very exciting. It's text to give, which I am going to show everyone how to set up so that you guys can utilize that. And you can reach out to your friends and family members via email and social media through Qgiv. So now we're going to get into showing you how we do some of that stuff. So right now I am pulling up the Qgiv website. You can see the URL is secure Qgiv -event communication counts. And this is what our communication counts page looks like. Right now we are at $11,646 raised. So we're 46% of the way towards our $25,000 goal. And we have our sponsors, recent activity on the right. And then at the bottom, you can see our leaderboard. The Speech Striders team is doing amazingly. So is Keeling Klotzen. All of our teams are honestly doing amazing. And then all of our newest participants. So if you have not registered yet, it is incredibly easy to register. All you have to do is just click this register button on the top bar, and it'll take you through the registration process. It's very, very intuitive and easy to do. I have already registered, so I'm just going to log into my fundraising dashboard, which this is what it looks like. From my end, you can see I have my profile picture, which you can customize. And this is where you manage everything about your fundraising page, your team, your page. You can see over on the left side on the black bar, I'm hovering over two buttons to edit my page or edit my team page. So you can very easily do that. I want to go over quickly two things that I think are really wonderful and we'd love for everyone to take advantage of, which one is text to give. So when you log into your fundraising dashboard, you just scroll down and then right here where my mouse is hovering, you'll see text giving. You can just click on that and you can see that Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center has already set up a general text code, which is CSHC. So right now, if you text CSHC to this number 50155, then you can donate to the Communication Counts fundraiser. But you can create a personal text code as well as a team text code. So you would text, for my team, I'm the Gant Gallivanters. You would text Gant, CHSC Gant to 50155, and it would allow you to make a donation on your phone to the Gant Gallivanters team. So all you have to do is just type whatever code you would like to use for your personal page or for your fundraising page in these provided boxes. And you can actually test it out on your phone too, just to make sure everything works. And again, if you have any issues at all, please feel free to contact me. I would be happy to help you figure out how to set this up. So that is text giving. It's just that easy. And now I'm going to show you how to connect your Qgiv page to your Facebook so that you can create a Facebook fundraiser. So I'm going to go through that process with everyone right now. My birthday is in April, so I am going to do a birthday fundraiser for Communication Counts. And I will ask my friends and family to help me raise funds for this event. And you can always edit this information on your Facebook page or through your Qgiv page. So I can keep it brief right now and then go back and elaborate a little bit more. So what's going to happen now is it's going to connect to my Facebook page. So I'm already logged into Facebook. So it's already connected and it says you've successfully added your fundraiser to Facebook. You can view it anytime from the links tab in your dashboard. And I can just click to view it now. It's as easy as that. So I have the Facebook fundraiser set up. When I go to my Facebook page, I can see the fundraiser and I can make edits to it there. And the very cool part about that is any donations that are made to your Facebook fundraiser will actually show up in your fundraising thermometer on Qgiv. So you will see Facebook donation on your page or on your team, and that donation will count towards your total fundraising goal, which is really awesome. It's a cool new feature that we've had added this year. So that is how you set up the Facebook fundraiser. And now I'm just going to quickly go over some helpful guides, which again, we will be emailing to everyone in one PDF packet following this presentation. So you will get the guide on how to set up your Facebook fundraiser, the guide on how to set up text to give, as well as these following guides. And in that email, we're also going to be announcing the winner of the $100 Amazon gift card. You're eligible for that if you registered and are attending the presentation now. So we'll be announcing the winner then. So in that packet, you can look forward to a team captain guide, which just goes over what the team captain is responsible for, building a team, setting a goal, and showing up on walk day, whether that be in your neighborhood or at McAlpine. Registration instructions if you haven't registered yet, or if you need to send this to someone who needs help registering. A social media guide so that you guys can share information about communication counts on your social media. We have sample posts for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and we even have a sample email if you'd like to email your friends or family. And then we all know someone who doesn't feel comfortable giving their credit card information online. So we've created this handy offline registration form. If you have someone who would like to register for the walk but does not want to fill out the form online, they can just fill out this paper form and send it to us. And similarly, we have an offline donation form if someone would like to make a donation, and it provides instructions on how to get that donation to us and how it will be attributed to the fundraiser or your team if you'd like. And now I'm going to hand it over to Pat Morgan, who is going to talk about peer-to-peer fundraising.
Pat, you're muted. You're gonna have to start over.
Thank you. Thanks, Kirsten. So I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about peer-to-peer fundraising and what I'm doing with my team. So I've set a goal for my team of $500. And so the first thing that I'm going to do is reach out to my family, my friends, my coworkers, and I can do that through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email, or in person. And I'm going to share the Qgiv link, and I'm going to ask them to go on Qgiv and to register as part of my team. And then after I do that, I'm going to share with my team. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm having a little technical difficulties of my own. Okay, sorry. Okay, so after my folks have registered for my team, I am going to share with them and ask them to each try to raise $75 individually toward our team goal of 500. So once they've done that, so if you look, my team, I have recruited 4 members, and then including myself, I have 5 members. Our registration fees are a total of $125. My team did great. They each raised $75 for a total of $375. So when you combine the registration and the donations, that's a total of $500. And again, as Kirsten had shared, you can do this through Qgiv, you can do it through social media, Facebook, Instagram. One of my favorite ways to do it is to ask in person. With the holidays coming up, many of us will have the opportunity to hopefully be with our families. If not, I know I'm going to be sharing Easter via Zoom with my family, but it's a great opportunity to ask folks to participate or to make a donation. These are just a few tips to share with your team. I think the first is, share why you're supporting Charlotte Speech and Hearing Center. So many of us have personal stories about why we're involved, and, share that with your team members and your potential donors, and, tell them how they can help provide the gift of speech and hearing in our community. Mother's Day is coming up. It's a great way to honor those mothers in your life. Kirsten talked about the Facebook fundraiser, the easy way, and her plans for birthday donations. Kirsten, I now know what I can get you for your birthday. So thank you for that. And it can be easy. You can, ask 3 people for $25, or, ask 15 people for $5. I mean, every day donation is important, and everything adds up. And then if your company has a matching gift program, ask if they will match your personal donation to communication counts. And I think now we are going to open it up for questions.
Okay. So Elaine asked, are you using a sports event management service who provides sanctioned races? Pat, do you want to go ahead and answer that?
Sure. No, we are not. This is really a fun walk run. So I do know, just in talking with folks, that many people are planning to run, but it will not be sanctioned.
We have another question about gift cards. I can go ahead and clarify. So we have gift cards donated from Brixx that will be given to team captains. And the information on who will be eligible for those gift cards is provided on the slide that will be sent out following this meeting. And we also have one gift card that we're giving away to one of you guys today that will be randomly drawn after the meeting. We're going to use a randomizer app online to enter everyone's information, and then one person will be chosen, and the name of that person will be sent out along with the information packet following this meeting. Those are all of the questions that we currently have in the chat. If you have any questions that are not in the chat, you're welcome to ask away now during our Q&A portion.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If you have someone who just wants to donate cash, how do you work with that instead of having them log on and all of that? If they just say, I'll give you a donation, here's cash.
In the packet that you'll be receiving, there is a form for offline donations. So you would simply have them fill that out and include a check. We are, and they can certainly send that through the mail or give it to you. We're trying not to encourage people to send cash through the mail. I know several members of my own family are hesitant to do things online. So I know I'll be using that form.
And additionally, if you guys have any information, there is a great page on our website. I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. If you go to the Qgiv page, which I'm pulling up right now, we have this resources tab available in the top right corner. And it has a lot of great information. It has my contact information if you would just like to ask me a question, but we also have these helpful guides, how to register to walk, how to make a donation, how your donation helps, and the list goes on. So if you have a question, or need assistance with anything, definitely look on the resources page. And again, I'm happy to help answer anything.
And I just wanted to give a shout out to Delta Zeta. Maria is here on our committee. They are going to be helping with a lot of the volunteer needs that day. So we're really thrilled to have them.
Yep,
Very
we're definitely
thankful.
looking forward to it. For those who don't know, Delta Zeta's philanthropy is actually speech and hearing awareness. So we're really looking forward to volunteering at the race and getting people registered as well and donating too. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, Maria.
Well, apparently, Kirsten, you did a great job with going over everything. And I was very thorough, and the resources page on the website is fabulous. It's great that you have everything there and organized. So
Thank you.
help us through the process. Nobody else has any questions or anything? Looks like we did a great job getting everything in well under an hour. Definitely thank everybody for your time today, and we're all here to answer questions, provide suggestions as we go. So I know I've got some work to do on my own team page, so now I'm motivated. I'll get in there and make it all happen.
Thank you all for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you hopefully in person, but if not, enjoy yourselves walking around your neighborhood and post pictures. Let us see what you're up to. But yes, we definitely look forward to hearing from you and seeing how we can raise funds for Charlotte's Speech and Hearing Center. So hope you all have a great day, and thanks again.
Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.